Hey there, how are you going? We are going to learn Shed 7's Going for Gold today. I will see you in a second. So thanks very much for tuning in. Before we kick off the lesson, please do subscribe and click the bell for notifications of lessons as they show up. There are 2 every single week. Today we are going to handle Going for Gold by Shed 7, which I think might have been from 1995 or 6 or something. I was at uni and we went to go and see them. We had a great time. They might have been on the bill with Echo Belly. I don't know. If you're not from the UK, probably these bands mean nothing to you, but I would highly recommend you check out Going for Gold by Shed 7. It's a great tune and it's got some great parts in it. We are going to cover off the rhythm guitar. Later in the song we've got some lead guitar parts. We're going to try and cover off everything else. So let's kick it off with the riff, which you're going to use your 2nd and 3rd fingers for. I know it's tempting to do that, but let's be good guitarists and use your 2nd and 3rd finger. So you're going to slide up and down from D and B, 3 and 4 on the B and G strings. And then you're going to play an A with your 1st finger flat. Yeah, so we've got basically... And then we're going to do a little hammer on, right? So we're going to go... Yeah? So we're going to go... Just like that. So, let's do that again. Slide up. And then we're going to play an F sharp. And then an E. So 4 and 2 on the D string. Okay? So... And then we're going to hit an A, okay? And then that's where the kind of the riff kicks off. So, and then we hit an A. And then we're going to just basically walk up that. So, A, E, C sharp, A, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 3rd. And then we're going to do a little hammer on from E to F sharp. So, and then walk up, okay? So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 E and A, right? So, and then you pick backwards, right? So you're gonna go down, down, up, up, hammer, gonna go down, down, up, up, up. That way it makes it super easy to play, right? And you can't miss any of the directions of the or any of the notes rather. Okay, so when we're going to play that intro. Whoops. And then the singing starts, and the guitar part is continually that riff. We've got 2 bars of that, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and, yeah? Okay, and then we hit a G. Now he plays mostly open chords from what I could hear on the record. And that kind of sort of stuff, that was super popular in the 90s, right? You know, all that kind of stuff. You get an extra point if you pick out that tune that I just played in the comments. Okay, so we've got G, then a G, and then he does a little riff. Yeah, so G, 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a... in the gap where the D just was, right? So we play 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3 and 4 and... Same kind of thing as the intro actually. So you've got 3 and 4, slide it up, back down, then A, back to D, that kind of thing, right? And then back into the riff. Okay, then it kicks off again, plays 2 more riffs. then another 2. And then we get G or D again. And then back into the A. Now, and then we hit an E7. And that's where the overdrive kicks in. Now, I really had a good listen to this. I can't figure out if it's an E7 or maybe an E7 with a sharp 9. If it's an E7 with a sharp 9, you could play that kind of Jimi Hendrix chord where you have 7, 6. There's the sharp 9, right? It's a G. Or you could play, or, so any of those options, right? It's definitely not just a straight E. Something like that. All right, so that takes us into the bridge. So let me just play that for you so you can hear what it sounds like. This is the whole verse. So. Okay, I had to concentrate there, it was a bit nerve-wracking. Okay, then I only just learnt this morning, that's why. You know, not normally, I love talking to you, and I'm not nervous in any sort of way. Then we're going to play an F sharp minor once the sort of overdrive-y bit kicks in. Whoops. Now, this is cool. F sharp minor. 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, right? Now, I can't figure out if there's an extra guitar power chording behind the sort of main guitar. Okay, but there could be. When we get to the A, however, we're definitely going to play that open because we're going to play a little cool riff. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the excitement of the anticipated 4 and, all right? So we've got F sharp minor, 2, F, G, A. And then we're going to play this a little bit. So this, 5 and 6, is actually an A, yeah? And it's going over the top. You hear that really, really, really in the backgrounds. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and... Yeah, like that. And that repeats, that 2-bar section repeats 3 times. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and... Yeah? And then we hit a B minor. Now he cycles a little bit kind of through the strings. So I didn't write down exactly what it was, but and an open D there, then an A. Maxi rock. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and A and 4 and 1 and 2 and C, B, wait, A. Okay, so you've got that third bar is A and 2. Okay, so we've got 1, B minor, this is this section, D, A, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so that's C, B again. And then it goes back into the B minor, D, and then it does this. Okay, so the chords underneath there, E5, D5. The chord there is actually A with a C sharp bass, so 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, right? But you hear this, so I think that's probably an extra guitar dubbed on the top there. So you've got one guitar playing, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, yeah? And the other one going octaves, right? I'm playing 7 and 9, 7 and, sorry, 5 and 7 rather, 4 and 6, back up, back down. Then there's like a 4-bar interlude where it almost plays exactly the same riff as it did at the intro, but he's got like overdrive now. So if you kind of all rings over each other, it doesn't sound quite so good. So what he plays is, so you can hear it's almost exactly the same, but not quite. So we've got A, we're going to hit a C sharp on the 2nd fret of the B string, and then an A, and then going to hammer. Okay, so it's, like I said, similar, but without so much A chordiness at the front. So. Okay, and then you have 1 and 2 and woo! Blues riff-tastic. So we've got A, and then we're going to hit a C, which is the 3rd fret on the A string, pull off, and then play the B, which is the 2nd fret on the A string, and then we're going to bend that G. All right, so you get. It's like, I think they were from Sheffield, Shed 7. Could be. Is that true? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you know more about them than I do. So, yeah. Then we go straight back into the verse. All right, then we go through the verse exactly the same as the first time. We go through that bridge the same as the first time, but when we get to the B minor the 2nd time around, instead of playing those, however many bars that was, 12 bars, it changes up a little bit, so you get a D, yeah, so you get a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? The same thing as we had before, so E5, D5, A with a C sharp bass, B on the anticipated 2.5, and that E, D, A with a C sharp bass, and B plays 3 times round, all right on top of each other, so 6 bars in a row effectively. So you're going to get that D, E, E, last time. And then you get the, just one time only. And then it returns into the E. And then you basically get until the end of the song. All right. Now, I promised you guitar 2 parts. So here we are. Welcome to guitar 2 parts. We are going to play from that 2nd time ending. It should be. This is the guitar 1. Right, so whilst the guitar 1 is doing, we've got okay, so we're going to play an A, go back to down to D, G sharp, up to A again, and then B. Numbers wise, sorry. I know not everybody knows the notes. So we've got 14, 13, 14, 16. So, yeah, on the G string. So, on the B string, 14 is the C sharp. Right? So 14, 13, 14, 16, 14, 16, 14, 16, 14, 15, 17 on the top string. Yeah? So whilst that is happening, let's see if I can do some clever shenanigans here. So we've got 1. So whilst that is going around, hey, loop pedals, they're all the rage. And that's how that fits over there. Then you get that drop out, and then it does that one more time, that exact same riff. Yeah? And then it goes back in kind of the outro. And so if there's a, I don't think there's an acoustic guitar, but maybe like the kind of rhythmy guitar is just the clean rhythmy guitar, the one that sounded like at the beginning of the tune. It's doing that kind of sort of A, D over an F sharp bass. So that chord, right? Then the lead guitar is playing so let's talk about that. We've got 14, 17, 14 hammer to 15, 17 on the top string, and then a D at 15, right? So okay, so let's see if we can be clever and loop that bit so you can hear how that sounds. So that's going to sound like this. In fact, I think there's a third guitar in there as well, so whilst this one's playing, so I didn't play enough of them. Never mind. You'll see what I mean. So, oh, that was terrible. So that bit there is the part from the interlude. Okay? And that is how you play all the parts in Going for Gold by Shed 7. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Please do subscribe and click the bell for more lessons on all sorts of things from Shed 7 to Sting to Taylor Swift to Vance Joy to AC/DC to all sorts of things. If you are so inclined, please do support the channel from only $3 a month at Patreon at patreon.com/Simon Morell. And finally, do enjoy the song. If you need the chart, go to www.simonmorell.com/free-chart, and I will send you my beautifully handwritten chart. How's that sound? All the best. I'll see you later.